huge fans of yours and obviously Rupert's. He is well and truly back in this one, isn't he?
He is.
Is it lovely for you as a writer to be reunited with him again?
Well, he was always, I think it's called a deus ex machina or something. He'd always had a bit parts in the other books, but he wasn't centre stage.
Yeah.
So he's centre stage.
There were moments within this book, because this time he's sort of obsessed with making Love Rat the kind of leading sire, and so he becomes sort of the champion trainer. That's what's in his focus. And lots of other parts of his life seem to fall by the wayside a little bit. And I get quite... I mean, he's always been a cad, but I get quite cross at certain points in this
He's horrid
book.
sometimes.
Yeah, he is.
Vile. But I want to tell you, can I tell you about leading sires?
Yes.
Leading sires. If you're a very, very famous stallion, like Frankel, you can, the great Frankel, who you can earn £150,000 a bonk.
Wow. And
you see, am I allowed to say bonk?
Yes, it's fine.
Absolutely.
No, but if the stallions do it 3 or 4 times a day, so that's £450,000 a day, and they might do that for 3 months. So it makes footballers, Premier League footballers, look like church mice, doesn't it?
Wow. It really does.
And so that's why they want the leading star. And the leading star, he only becomes a leading star because his foals are winning races all around the world. So Rupert wants Love Rat to be leading star, so he's pursuing Love Rat's children all around the world to make them win races.
Making sure they
win. That's what it is, but it's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah,
so that's an incredible amount of money. So to obviously research this, you have to go out and you meet the people within that arena. And you said they were seductively generous with their hospitality.
Yes, hospitality, I call it.
Hospitality. And so...
the dog's barking.
Yeah. I know.
So where do you go? How do you meet them? Do you tell them what you're doing?
Yes, I mean, I did one of jump racing before, so I knew a lot of them anyway. But they were incredibly kind. And going and seeing the stallions, was sort of covering mares, was very, very interesting, because all stallions are sort of different. And some men only like blondes. Some stallions, they have to put a white sheet over the mare in order for the stallion to get going at all.
No! So they can be quite fussy.
And then one of them fell in love with the practice mare, and he could only perform if Dorothy, the practice mare, was standing at the corner of watching him.
This is another world, isn't it?
Completely.
It totally is. When you go on these days and get the
practice mare.
Practice mare, Dorothy.
Like sweet. You get the hospitality. Does everybody think that do all the men think that possibly they could be Rupert? I mean, throughout your life of writing him, I mean, most people have sort of said, who is he based on, who could he be? Are there sort of men that look at you and go, it's me, isn't it?
Well, a bit, yes. I mean, the sweet Andrew Parker Bowles a bit, and somebody gorgeous man called the Earl of Suffolk and Berkshire, who, when I went to Gloucestershire, I met all these gorgeous men, which I hadn't met in London, and they were all very well-bred and wonderful and funny and wild. And so, and they didn't behave like Rupert, they were well-behaved, but so I invented his behaviour, and they're models. But no, Rupert, no, I love him because he's naughty, but he's sort of fun, isn't he?
But you also, is there an element of him, of your late husband's humour?
Oh, my darling husband.
Yeah,
he was very, very funny, Leo. He always used to make me laugh, and it was lovely. I used to rush upstairs and write down the latest remark, because a lot of Rupert's humour was in that.
Yes. And I love the fact that, I mean, you're terribly honest, because we asked you in the research chat, you said, why do you keep writing? You said, well, because I've got a big house and I need to pay for it. But interestingly, your bank manager, and I don't know if this is...
That's a true story.
Is that a true... It's shocking. He said, I don't think your dirty little book will get you out of trouble.
Yes, well, he came down for the weekend, and we invited him to lots of people, and we were very, very poor, but we were coping. And he sat down on the terrace and said, lovely old property, but you have to sell it. Don't think your dirty little book will get you out of trouble.
And what did you say?
Well, I said, I cried. And I didn't even say goodbye to him, because he went back to London after his lovely weekend. And then, of course, Riders went to #1.
And then
did you change your bank?
I did.
You did?
Oh, good for you.
Glad.
And you still write. One thing you haven't changed is the way that you write, and it's all still on the typewriter.
On Monica.
On Monica.
It's so soppy. This is a manual typewriter, which I bought when I was in the Mail on Sunday to go to the Tory party conference. And it had Monica on the side. It must have been the head of the typing pool was called Monica. So, it was on the side. So I thought, what a good name for a Tory party conference, Monica. So off she went, and that was '82, and she's done every book since.
Really?
It's wonderful. But I think it doesn't sound terribly grand, and I don't mean it in a grand way, but I think Shakespeare could only write with a quill pen. He couldn't write with a laptop, could he?
No,
so I think journalists
right.
think onto the way they first write.
And so you say that your characters support you. I mean, they are your...
Well, I'm all right. I'm not short, but I mean, I have lovely children, and I have a dog, Bluebell, that likes... She always has her arthritis pill in the morning wrapped in pate, and so, I mean, she's expensive, Bluebell.
And you, I mean, it's sort of, like you said, at that time, you know, the bank manager was calling it a dirty little book, and it's sort of times have changed so much, and now you look at books like 50 Shades of Grey and how far we've come, and now what people are reading. I mean, you know, you sort of would question why leave it at the bedroom door, let's open it and see what's going on. Well, now we're opening the door and there's a dungeon in there. I mean, it's really, really moved on.
That sounds like...
Did you have that written down?
No, I didn't.
Like Count of Monte Cristo. It sounds a bit sort of medieval, that, doesn't it?
I know, but that's what people are reading.
The point is, actually, I like writing. That's what I do, you know what I mean? And I'm 79 now, and so I haven't got that much more time, so I just want to enjoy what time I've got doing something I love, that's all.
Would you get more raunchy, as obviously that 50 Shades proved that you could go a little further with
You might give me some tips, mightn't you?
Of course. No problem. Yeah.
No, but 50 Shades of Grey, I mean, 100 million copies she sold.
Yeah.
And she's published by my publishers, so they can afford me now.
For more of the same, just click here.
Howard, how do you say?
We say pachindan, 100 and more of a good life.
Pachindan.
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 Pachindan. I want more of a kick.